Hey guys, it's D'Angelo, Dr. Webster here, and this video is about sleep. So society pretty much tells us that we're all supposed to want to sleep in, and I don't. I routinely wake up really early, like 4 a.m. in the morning early, and I didn't always do this, but once I started to work it into my routine, I just started to feel a lot better. Like I felt less sluggish. I felt more energized. So in this video, I'm going to share 4 different concepts around the idea of getting up early that help me, and maybe in some way, it'll help you. Famous quote by Marcus Aurelius, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work. As a human being, what do I have to complain of? If I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into this world to do. Or is this what I was created for, to huddle under the blankets and stay warm? Implying that there's so much more to life than just staying in bed and sleeping in, especially when you design a life that you're excited to live. One of the reasons that I really like getting up early is that's just a really peaceful time for me. It's a really peaceful time for me, and I find that a lot of people also share with me the idea that in the morning, early morning, is when they get some of their best work done and when they have some of their best thoughts, like some of the best thoughts that come to mind are early in the morning. And this comes down to an idea called cognitive load. So throughout the day, your brain carries dozens or hundreds of open loops. So every time you have a decision to make, every time someone needs you to do something, every time you start a task, every time you get a ping on your phone and someone wants you to respond to a message, this creates an open loop. And research in cognitive psychology shows that these open loops are really taxing on the working memory in your brain, and they create sub-level stress that you might not even be aware of. Just with all these open loops from the day, it really taxes the system, and it makes your nervous system like you're constantly on call, like you're on call at the hospital and you never know when they're going to call you in, you never know when someone's going to need you, and that's what it's like to have these open loops. So in the early morning, that all goes away. No one needs you yet, there's no questions happening yet, you just get clear thoughts. The next thing that I want to talk about around this topic is is related to autonomy in the regards of self-determination theory. So self-determination theory is one of the most well-established psychological frameworks that shows that humans function best when they feel autonomous, when they feel like they're in control of their own choices, when they feel like they're in control of their day. And how do most people start their morning? They get up and they have to do something. They get up and they have to get ready for work. They get up and they have to get ready to go to have an appointment. They get up and they have to go to the gym. They get up and they have to get their kids ready to go to school. But when I wake up at 4 a.m., I don't have to do anything. I can leisurely start my day. I can go work out. I can cook a nice breakfast for myself. I can come here and record a video for Practice Biopsy. I can review some patient notes. I could do nothing at all. I could sit and watch a movie that I really have been wanting to watch. The point is, when I wake up at 4 in the morning, the thing that really makes me feel good is that I don't have to do anything. There's no actions or external forces that are imposed upon me when I wake up that early, and all of my actions feel very chosen, and it boosts that feeling of autonomy, which is really good for everybody. When people say waking up feels freeing, what they're really experiencing is a surge in perceived autonomy, which waking up really early, at least for me, I find it there. Another thing is anticipatory motivation. Humans don't move best when they're pushed. They do best when they're pulled towards something they care about. So I wake up early because my day is filled with things that I care about, and I plan them out the night before. And the planning creates this sense of anticipation, and anticipation activates the dopaminergic system, which is the same system in our brains and our bodies that's involved in motivation and moving forward towards progress. It makes us happy. It's a chemical that gives us motivation. And that is very much tied towards anticipation. So if you design a day ahead of time that gives you things to look forward to, you wake up excited and ready to go. Think about the idea of waking up early when you're a kid and it's Christmas Eve and in the morning it's going to be Christmas and you're excited for all the things the day is going to bring. You're excited to open your Christmas presents. No one has to tell you to wake up early. You're excited to get up. That's where anticipatory motivation comes into play. So if you are thinking, I really want to get up earlier. I heard it can be good. I heard I might be more productive. It can help me to get up earlier. And you're thinking, how can I become more disciplined to wake up earlier? I don't think that's the right question. I think the right question is, what would make me want to get up? Because once you find that, staying in bed almost becomes the harder part. Next thing is going to be early wins. So I'm all for win stacking. There's a lot of scientific evidence that shows how stacking wins as a compounding effect that makes you feel like you can accomplish more. And this is a concept that, in more or less words, Jordan Peterson talks about in his 12 Rules of Life book in his first chapter when he gives the metaphor of the lobster experiment. So in the lobster experiment, when under lab conditions, when a lobster experiences a win or a victory, they get a huge surge of serotonin, and it completely changes their body. Their posture changes, they stand taller, and the world just feels easier. And once they have these wins and this confidence boost from the serotonin release, they get more wins, and then they get more confidence, and they just stack. And the opposite was also true in this experiment. So if a lobster from this book experienced a loss, their serotonin levels would drop, their posture would collapse, and they would begin to withdraw. And the world would feel a lot harder for them. And humans are not that much different. We still have a very similar central nervous system. We still operate on serotonin chemical. And when you wake up late, you're rushing around in the morning, you break a commitment to yourself, you forget something in the morning because you were rushing, your nervous system quietly registers this as a loss. You start the day just a little bit behind and slightly compressed, and you're going on the downward trajectory. But when you wake up early and you do what you said you were going to do, you go to the gym, you exercise, you create something, you read something, you have a good breakfast, your body is registering this as a win. And even if it's a small win, it counts, and you've already succeeded to start the day. And from there, you can stack those little victories because you've got your serotonin release. So this is the key teaching point. Serotonin release from this doesn't come from thinking positively. It comes from successful actions, which you can give yourself time to do to start your day, even if it's something as simple as making your bed. Okay, so that is why stacking these victories early matters so much. You're not just checking boxes. You're training your nervous system to expect success and to expect a successful day. And over time, that expectation becomes your reality. If you like my content, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you are a dentist or dental student, please join our dentist-only Facebook group called Practice Biopsy.
Making it happen, and we so passionate. Right. With dental training, growing your dental practices every single day. Gotta keep rising, be a better version of you. We call it Kaizen. Yeah. Practice biopsy. Going up, no stopping. Yeah. Practice biopsy. Let's go.